Jack Gordon has been recognized as one of the top lawyers in Florida. He is back today to discuss why this is the case and how he can help you. Good morning. Good to see you.
Pleasure to see you, Carly. I always enjoy spending time with Tampa Bay's most popular hostess.
All right. Sounds good. Well, let's talk about your experience a little bit. And I think it is truly unique. Not to age you, but you do have quite a bit of experience.
At 54, yes. I can look back and say I've been practicing law for much longer than half my entire life. You've
been trying injury and medical malpractice cases and appealing to juries for 30 years, your team has.
30 years.
Why is that important? Why do you think that sets you and your team apart?
I think it's not unlike other professions. You know, the law is a craft. It's an art in many ways, but not unlike a skill. The longer you do it, hopefully the better you become. We've certainly learned a lot and gained tremendous insight and wisdom as a result of our experience, and we think we can put that to the benefit of our clients and make a quality difference in their lives by advocating strongly on their behalves.
Things have changed over the years. Obviously, a lot has. We're going to focus this morning on jurors and how you tell us that they've actually become a lot more sophisticated over the years. What do you mean by that?
I think that a couple things. Firstly, jurors are more sophisticated than they were 20, 30 years ago. They are taking information in at a much more steady rate by virtue of things like the internet, by virtue of all of the options they have on television. And jurors expect to be intrigued, challenged, entertained. It's no longer a function of simply telling a story. It's a function of showing and presenting evidence in a more sophisticated manner. And as a result, the need to create a trial presentation is that much more important. It's no longer, again, merely one lawyer telling a story. It's now a team of lawyers making a trial presentation, utilizing technology, computer animations, as much information as we can otherwise provide. Jurors want to learn. Jurors are smart. It's just a function of being able to have the resources to properly teach them.
Well, and I would imagine just with anything else, because there is more information for jurors, that can also be a good thing and a bad thing if they're looking on the internet and kind of informing themselves on what they think is.
This has become one of the major concerns in jurisprudence today. Here in Florida, as in many other states, there's a very specific jury instruction that His Honor or Her Honor will deliver to the jurors at both the beginning of the trial and then remind them throughout the course of trial. You are not to be reviewing the internet. You are not to be doing investigation or research on your own. But as trial lawyers, we know that the vast majority of jurors are probably ignoring that instruction.
Let's talk about some challenges that maybe you faced over the years and how it's just, again, just changed over the years. What are the bigger challenges these days?
I think that the practice of law is not different than the practice of medicine in that you no longer have general practitioners. You no longer have someone who's merely proficient generally in the laws of the state. Now there is specialization. And the lawyers who practice in the areas of medical malpractice, as I do, or as personal injury, don't really do anything else. And that wasn't true 25, 35 years ago. Today it is. And it's one of the reasons board certification is so important, because it demonstrates that the lawyer is not merely proficient, again, at general laws, but has garnered a degree of expertise by virtue of both his experience and additional training.
So as we get ready to close here, though, if someone is looking for a team to help them, they think they have a case, I mean, how do you best educate somebody to start that process and who to call?
My thought is as follows. You know, we know more about our bodies than anyone else. We live inside them. And if you suspect that a physician has committed error or a medical care provider has done something wrong, there may be some truth or some veracity to that suspicion. Again, we process information almost on subconscious levels, but you need to check it out. And we would certainly encourage you to call our firm, Maney Gordon Trial Lawyers, and we'll take a good, long, close, hard look at the medical records and scrutinize the circumstances. Can't promise everyone that there will be sufficient evidence to support a claim, but I can promise them this, that if there is evidence in the medical chart that demonstrates that there may be error, we'll find it.
All right. Well, lots of stuff to chat about. We look forward to having you back again
Always
soon.
a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, Carly.
I know, thank you. And again, we'll put up the info for you. If you have any questions, again, his team says they welcome the phone calls. Go ahead, call, check them out online as well.